Have you ever gone up north or visited somewhere where there wasn't a lot of traffic, it was really quiet? Maybe you've gone camping before, and all of a sudden, when you had removed yourself from like a really busy city or whatnot, you notice how quiet things were, and you can notice like little sounds and that sort of thing, and you realize like how loud life is and how used to it you got, right? And this is just the same, like you're entering a really loud room, you get used to that loudness, and when you leave, it's almost like this missing feeling. It's a strange feeling at first, but then you get used to like this is actually what is normal. You shouldn't be feeling all this sort of stimulation all the time. You need to be able to turn off. And we've talked about that before, and we will get back to that again in the future. But I wanted to really relate to that, right? So let's say you went camping and all of a sudden you're outside, you're starting to get used to the connectedness to nature, you're starting to get your body cycle closer to the sun and all that sort of thing. But I think what you really did is you found a metaphor. So let's say you've been eating for a way for the longest time. You don't recognize how it feels until you stop eating that way. That's why a lot of these detoxes and these things where you cut out things and all of a sudden you start feeling better, that's what that is. It's that comparison to like you didn't recognize how bad it felt before. And now all of a sudden you're eating better and you're feeling more energy, you're feeling less of that bloatedness, you're feeling better, but that's only because of contrast. You would have forgot about that if you didn't first contrast it to something else. And this is very similar to when you eat a certain way, you eat more healthily, more aligned with your goals, and all of a sudden you have a weekend or a meal where you eat something you used to all the time. Maybe it was a deep fried meal, maybe it was a heavy carb meal, maybe it was a lot of heavy food, more than you normally would, and also you start to feel lethargic and all that sort of thing. You start to feel things that you didn't feel recently, but you were surprised you never felt before when you used to eat like that all the time. It's because you were used to it, and sometimes you need that contrast to actually recognize it. But what you'll notice is that the more connected you get to your body, to nature, and all of a sudden more you'll be able to feel these things and become more intuitive, and that's when intuitive eating will probably come back into the fold. But that is all to say is that sometimes you need that contrast to recognize that the way that we're eating before didn't feel as good, only because you know that the way you're eating now, or what you're doing, you're working out, whatever the energy you're feeling now is more because you didn't realize how lacking you were before.